Okay, I'm just logging into BW first. So I'm straight away getting into RSA1. So I told you RSA1 takes to what? Data warehousing workbench, where you basically do all your BW modeling aspects. Yeah. Good. Now what? Let's take this scenario first. Okay. Data ఎక్కువ ఉంది దాంట్లో. దీంట్లో ఎక్కువ ఉందన్న మరి అంత అవసరం. I'll take this simple. So this is my file. See, there will be no user who actually stores data in Excel file, but assume there is some business client customer who has got data in some other system, but he has exported that into an Excel file and given to you. వాడికి ఏదో ఆరకిల్ డేటాబేస్లో ఉంది, అక్కడ నుంచి he has exported that into an Excel file and is given to you. Okay, because you want to do some prototyping in BW. Let's say you want to do some prototyping with some data and then deliver some report first. Okay, now this is what the file is. Now what do you understand by this file? This is a sales order file, like where each record is indicating a sales order number, in which year it has been performed, and what is this here? Who is the customer who did this, and what is this? What is the product involved, and the amount is 5,000. What is this here? 5,000 rupees. Okay, then it is 120. EA is each piece was. So clear on this? So if you look at this file, I've got how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many? 8. If I need to bring this data out into BW, do I need to have 8 infobics? Then group those 8 infobics, create cube, load, report, and the BW. Okay, no? Now actually you'll be Chana Sep Jupisa. I'll be wasting a lot of time in creating infobics. Imagine a scenario where you got a file with 200 columns. Then how many infobics should I create? 200 infobics. In BW 7.4 is saying don't create infobics. Use fields directly. In the B-Bacham faster. You're not wasting any time at all. Straight away you can use field-based modeling can be done in 7.4. You can have mix-up. Koni fields, koni infobics. Atla kuda vaadachu. We'll see that. But we can do that also. Yeah. So 8 columns. So let me start implementing a data warehousing application, and then he is given me this data and he is expecting some report where he can analyze customers. He would like to analyze customer, product, and then he want to do a trending report. If you see this, he's got data for 3 years here. If you see 2012, 13, 14. For these customers, what was the revenue from this customer in 2012, what was in 2013. He wants to analyze those. So you want to do those reporting with this database. So we're trying to build a prototyping for this user. Okay.
So is the naming convention of the info object?
We'll get to know. Yeah. Actually, even if you give lowercase, it automatically takes it as uppercase only. You cannot create infobit A with lowercase name, not possible. Okay, but let's say this మొత్తం నా ప్రోడక్ట్ అంతా ఇంతే. Our extracting this file into cube and giving some report out. Okay. So how do I start doing this? Let's say I'm implementing this for some client. Okay. Let's say my client name is Callisto Pharma. Okay. So what I would do is I'll start. You can get in administrative workbench, modeling or info. What is menu? These are menus. Depending on the menu, your right screen would change for you. So first I'm trying to create an info area first. Just to organize. Right click on the provider. Say what? Create info area. So I'll say so when you see info, it does ask me 2 names. What is this? This symbol indicates mandatory for you. Okay. And the 2 text box adugutundi. So dialog box name is create info area. What is this? Info area and description. This is a technical name and this is description. So I'll say Preferably, this is a customized object what I am creating, so we try to prefix with Z or Y, not mandatory. Okay, I can go with Kelly stall directly also, no problems. Okay. Or I can use this IA. I can use any special characters in the description, no problem. Okay. I can say Kelly store pharma. Okay. So if you go down, I have got this bottom. So what I want to do is, there are a lot of info areas, right? You will get confused here. So what I want to do is, like normally, you'll have a concept called favorites. When you see, my phone lo phone favorites on same way. I know for sure I'll be using with this info area a lot. So I want to set this as favorite. So I get to that. See, what do you do? Select this info area. Set what is this? Add objects to favorites first. Done. Now if I go to my favorites block, I'll try to see only those info areas which I've set as in favorites only. ఇక్కడ అన్నీ ఉండవు, మనం మన ఫేవరెట్స్గా సెట్ చేసినవే ఉంటాయి. సో యూ కెన్ కీప్ వర్కింగ్ దమ్ రెగ్యులర్లీ. ఎనీ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ విచ్ యూర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు వర్క్ రెగ్యులర్లీ కెన్ సెట్ దెమ్ ఎస్ ఫేవరెట్స్, వర్క్ ఫ్రమ్ దేర్. ఓకే, గుడ్. ఓకే నన్న, డన్. Now next thing is, I want to, once it is ready, I want to create two catalogs, one for characteristics and one for key figures. So to do that, I'll go to menu info objects. Just refresh it. If you don't get refresh, just execute the T code again. So now do I actually create info here in which menu was? Info provider menu. And the info what is created here, you find this in this menu. What is this menu here? Info objects menu. Now under this area, you can create sub info areas also, no problem here. Now I want to have two catalogs, one for char, one for key figure. So right click on this info area, then you get, what is the option here? BW anta right click to double click and game level. Okay, just right click on this. Okay, create info object catalog. Yeah. Now it opens up a dialog box where you say create info object catalog, and I would say Z char Kelly store. Okay, demo char. So I'm just creating this catalog to hold all characteristics in it. So what is the data button you want? You want to hold the info objects of what type? Characteristics in it, and say what? Create. When you say create, it takes to the next screen where you can start defining the properties of it. Now this is where the definition you find it. This is the description of the info object catalog, and this is a technical name. If I still want, I can change the description here. But am I able to change my technical name? No. You got to drop down and recreate with the new name. Yeah. Good. Now you have a folder which tells you the versioning of the object. See, I told you you can only use object if it is in which version was active. Yeah. But when you're trying to create the object for the first time, you would see version as new. And once I define its properties and then activate it, it gets into active version. After activating, if you do some changes to the properties, it comes into revised version, modified version. And to get it active again I need to activate it back. But whereas business connect objects, it will be in which version? Delivered version. Okay. Okay, boss. Now I just want to do nothing here. I just want to activate it back. Activate. Okay. It will set it into pro. You can set it as active. That's a bug. Okay. So now look at this. Down you see a catalog here. One for char. Now I want to see one more catalog for key. Right click on the info again. Say what? Create info object catalog. Z key figure. Kelly store. Okay. Demo key figures Kelly store. Okay, and now this time I'll choose what? I want to choose I want this catalog to hold all the key figures into it. So I'll select the data as key figures, say create, and then activate again. Nothing to be done. Done. So I want now two catalogs. One, look at this symbol tells you the difference here. One triangle mundukundi, one square mundukundi. That indicates characteristic and key figures. So my catalogs are ready. So my next intention would be to create my info objects. So how do I decide how many info objects I need? Based on my source. Source gamnichukoni guddiga cheyakudadu. Okay. Now first thing I want what? Sales order. Oko column pattukundam. Sales order number. I'll create one info object for it. Now sales order number. Once I decide that for this column I need info object, first thing you need to do is you need to decide for this column you want to create info object. What type of info object do you want to create? Characteristic key figure. Cheppandi. Etla cheppina characteristic. హౌ డు డిసైడ్ ఇట్స్ గోట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్? రెండు డాక్యుమెంట్ యాడ్ చేస్తే రాదన్న అంతే, ఆ గుడ్డు గుర్తుంతే. రైట్, ఓకే, రైట్. నౌ సే నౌ ఐమ్ గోట్ క్రియేట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ బస్. వాట్ యు డు? సెలెక్ట్ ది క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ ఎట్లా? రైట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ఇట్ అండ్ సేవ్ ఇట్. అంతే అంతే, ఒకదానికి కింద రైట్ క్లిక్ కొట్టుకుంటూ పోతాను అంతే. రైట్, ఓకే, క్రియేట్ ఇన్ఫో ఆబ్జెక్ట్. కొడితే ఒక స్క్రీన్ వస్తుంటే దాన్ని చదువుకుంటూ పోతుంటే అదే వస్తుంటుంది, కొత్తగా ఏం లేదు ఇదంతా. ఓకే, ఏముంటుంది? క్రియేట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్. ఏమి నువ్వు చెప్పు, ఇంక నుంచి నువ్వు చెప్పు. క్యారెట్ టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్ అంటే ఏం చేయాలి? ఆ ఇన్ఫార్మేటివ్ పేరు నీకు ఏం కావాలి ఇవ్వాలి, వస్తుంది అంతే. కరెక్ట్ దగ్గర రైట్ క్లిక్ కొట్టాలి, ఇట్ టేక్స్ యూ సీక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ డైలాగ్ బాక్స్, అంతే. గేమ్ లేదు బీడబ్ల్యూ. ఓకే, జెడ్ ఇట్స్ ఏ SLS something, I would say doc underscore number. I can use underscore in between also. Doc number, and the max length of the information can go only till 9, not more than that. Okay, and it cannot start with some special character also. And it not mandatory that it should start with Z or Y. You can any character it can start. Max length is 9, but not you cannot start with a special character. And you can use underscore only in the between. Yeah. Now what?
Can we give without Z also?
Yes, ఎవరు అబ్జెక్షన్ లేదు. ఎందుకు జడ్ ఇస్తామంటే మామూలు రియల్ టైంలో దే ఆర్ సర్టన్ నేమింగ్ కన్వెన్షన్. ఎట్లా ఉంటుందంటే తెలిసే ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ పుట్ జెడ్ ఆర్ వై అంటాడు టు ఇండికేట్ దట్ ఇట్స్ ఎ కస్టమ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అని. నెక్స్ట్ సి పెట్టండి అంటాడు, అంటే ఇండికేటింగ్ నెక్స్ట్ క్యారెక్టర్ షుడ్ ఇండికేట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. క్యారెక్టర్ కే పెడితే కీ ఫిగర్, యూ పెడితే యూనిట్, అట్లా దే ఆర్ సర్టన్ నేమింగ్ కన్వెన్షన్ టు బి ఫాలోడ్. నా ఐమ్ గోయింగ్ టు సే అట్లా ఉంటే అట్లా పెట్టాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఓకే, సేవ్. ఓకే, ఇంకేం చేస్తుంది? It took me to a screen where I can start defining all the properties of that object detailed. This is the technical name of the object, this is the description of the object, long and short is fine. Now general, I have to define some. What is property? Mandatory data type. What does this data type property define? What does this data type property specify the system? Data type property తో సిస్టమ్ మనం ఏం చెప్తాం? బస్ క్యారెక్టర్ అదని కాదు, ఏం చెప్పబోతున్నామంటే we're going to say what type of data are we going to store in this info bit or in this column. ఈ కాలంలో ఎలాంటి టైప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా పెడతాము అని చెప్తున్నాం. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ యూ డ్రాప్ డౌన్ దిస్ డేటా టైప్, వీ హ్యావ్ 4 డేటా టైప్స్ విచ్ ఈస్ అలౌడ్. వన్ ఈస్ char, numsy, dax and tims. When you say data type as char, it can hold alphanumerics, alphabets as well as numbers. When you say data type as numsy, only numbers but treated as characters. Tell me, is there a difference between these two? ఇట్లా రాసేకి ఇట్లా రాసేకి తేడా ఉందన్న? ఏం తేడా ఉంది? దిస్ ఇస్ ప్యూర్ నంబర్, న్యూమరిక్ వాల్యూ. దిస్ ఇస్ నంబర్ ట్రీటెడ్ యాజ్ క్యారెక్టర్. సో నమ్సీ అంటే న్యూమరిక్ వాల్యూ బట్ స్టిల్ ట్రీటెడ్ యాజ్ క్యారెక్టర్. క్యారెక్టర్ స్ట్రింగ్. And the dax is what? When you want to go with date, and tims is what? When you want to go with time. Now what is the value? Look at the file, tell me. దీనిలో డేటా ఎలాంటి టైప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా పెడుతున్నాం? ఒక గుడ్డి పెట్టదు ఏదో. వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా ఐ గోయింగ్ టు స్టోర్? ఓన్లీ నంబర్స్ ఫర్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్. సో ఓన్లీ 2 ఆప్షన్స్, క్యార్, నమ్సీనా. సో ఐ విల్ గో విత్ నమ్సీ బికాస్ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు ఓన్లీ ఓడ్ నంబర్స్. ఓకే, తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ ఏం? ఓకే, చెప్తాను ఫస్ట్. ఐ విల్ సే వాట్ నమ్సీ అన్న. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వాట్ ఇస్ నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఆస్కింగ్? లెంత్. హౌ మెనీ డిజిట్స్ డస్ ఇట్ నీడ్ టు స్టోర్ దట్ వాల్యూ? అంటే ఆ వాల్యూ పెట్టుకోవడానికి ఎంత లెంత్ కావాలి, ఎన్ని డిజిట్స్ ఆర్ ఎన్ని క్యారెక్టర్స్ కావాలి? ఇదొక 3, ఇదొక 3, 6, నెక్స్ట్ 10. ఓకే, సపోజ్ నౌ దేర్ ఇస్ డాక్యుమెంట్ నెంబర్ స్టార్టింగ్ విత్ 10 in the initially, but when I go bottom it's there somewhere with 11. Then what should be the length now? 11. Max length తీసుకోవాలి. తక్కువైన ఇబ్బందులే, ఎక్కువైన ఇబ్బందులే, తక్కువ కాకూడదు. తక్కువ అయితే ఏమవుతుంది? సే హియర్ ద వాల్యూస్ ఆర్ విత్ 10 digits. ఓకే, బట్ యూ సే లెంత్ ఇస్ 4. వాట్ విల్ ఇట్ డూ? It will not give any error. It will take only first 4, eliminate the other 6. If the length of the info bit is less, it does not throw you an error while loading it, because it is not a technical error, it's only semantic error. It only just takes in the value for first 4 characters and eliminates the remaining 6. Okay, Nappa? So now this time I'm going to go with length what? 10. We'll discuss on other properties later. Now don't worry on this and just say what? Activate this object. Chalo. So what is my info bit? The data type in the length in the ante. Okay.
So data type we should be character or
numeric? Numsy is what? Numeric characters. Numbers treated as characters. That's what it will mean. So I have got document numbers. I've got all numbers, right? 9 00 00 001. Yeah.
So can we use same technical name for other info object?
Ledam. యూ కెనాట్ హ్యావ్ టూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ సేమ్ టెక్నికల్ నాట్, ఎందుకంటే రెండింటి వేరే వేరుగా గుర్తించక నువ్వు టెక్నికల్ నేమ్ వాడుతావు. రెండింటికి ఒకటే పేరు ఇచ్చి ఎట్లా గుర్తిస్తాము, గుర్తించు. ఓకే రైట్. వాట్ ఇస్ ద నెక్స్ట్ కాలం బస్?
So what you said, let's say assume there was an alpha character in the series order number, it will simply not load it, but not open it.
In that case, it will throw error. It will say like alpha conversion cannot be executed, error is because it's a data type mismatch. Length. When you say length, it is not a problem of data type mismatch. But when you say I can num c each, if I just go with say A B C 0001, then it will say data mismatch, right? It will go say error, it will give an error saying alpha conversion error. You get that error.
So you are enforcing the rule on that column.
We are enforcing a rule that it's always good to have only numbers in it. Yeah? Next, what is this here? Tell me, what column undi? Again, I need info bit. What type of info bit should I use for this? Need time. Abba, sir. Okay, right. I will have to use what? Time, because it's going to hold year, which is like time factor data. I need to use what? Time characteristic. Okay, let me create one time characteristic. Can we create time characteristic? నేను చేస్తాను ఎట్లా చేస్తాను అడగాలి క్వశ్చన్, రైట్? ఓకే, వీ కెనాట్ క్రియేట్ టైమ్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ బస్. ఓకే, సో వీ కెన్ ఓన్లీ యూజ్ ద టైమ్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ వాట్ ఈస్ డెలివర్డ్ బై SAP bus. See now, if you go to your info area, you only have catalogs for char and key figure. You don't have catalog for time. But so where can I see all my time characteristics given by SAP? And look at this. By default, when the system is installed, when you install your BW software, by default you'll have this info area called what? Unassigned nodes. Okay. When you expand this, you will find different catalogs. It is symbol. This is time. This is key figure. This is unit. Right? So here in the unassigned node, by default you'll have one catalog for time. Okay, not assigned for time. Okay. When you expand this, not assigned time, you get to see all. This is a symbol for time characteristics. You get to see all the time characteristics what is delivered by SAP. Now you got one for what? Cal day, which can hold date. You can see this. Right click display. What is the date type here? That's length 8. What is it? When can I use this? When I want to hold date in it. YYMMDD. Yeah? Now if I go to cal year, right click display. What is the date type here? Numc 4. Ante only numbers of length 4. And year ante kada 2013, 2014, 1999, 4 characters. So they are different like this. Next, say calendar what is this name? Calendar year month. Ante year and month. Say Jan 2014 with the numbers. Okay, 01 ante Jan, 2014 ante year. So it is 6 characters. ఏం చేస్తుంది చూడండి, నువ్వు నన్ను అడగల. జాన్ 2014 01/2014 కదా, 6 లెంత్. బట్ నార్మల్ వెన్ ఐ షో దిస్, ఐ షో లైక్ వాట్ 01.2014 లేదా 01/2014, రైట్? Now look at this length here, it says what 6. So the length required to store this value 6 was, but when I'm displaying I'll show that with dot or slash, then it becomes what 7 kada. So it should output length is 7. So who is converting by putting dot or slash? There is some routine here. Look at this, period 6 and what are there in that is written some logic to convert that way. We'll get into the details later, but that's how it works. ఇట్లా చాలా ఉంటాయి. నన్ను నీకు ఏది కావాలో చెప్పు, ఏది కావాలి. 0 క్యాలియర్ వాడుకుంటా, ఇంకా అది ఆడే ఉంటుంది. ఐ కెనాట్ బ్రింగ్ ఇట్ టు మై కెట్లాగ్, ఇట్ విల్ బి దేర్, ఐ కెన్ యూజ్ ఇట్. సో విత్ దిస్ యూ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ పాయింట్. Once the info bit is created, it can be in any catalog bus. I can still use it to build my cube. It doesn't mean that my info bit should be in my catalog to create in my cube. No. Once info bit is created, it could be available in any catalog. I can still use it in my cube. ఒకసారి info bit క్రియేట్ అయ్యి అది వేరే ఇన్ఫో ఏరియాలో ఏ కేటలాగ్లో ఎక్కడున్నా పర్లే, అది నేను వాడుకోవచ్చు. నా ఇన్ఫో ఏరియాలో క్రియేట్ చేసే క్యూబ్ దాన్ని వాడుకోవచ్చు. Okay, it's global. Okay, so I already have this cal here, I don't have to create bus. Next, yeah, what is the next column bus? Customer. Now tell me, characteristic key figure. Even the 1,01,000 plus 1,02,000 2,03,000 kada bus. 1,01,000 plus 1,02,000 is 2,03,000 kada. You don't add this. Okay, then it becomes what? Characteristic. Now what I'll do again, I'll get it characteristic catalog. Right click. Create info. So what is the data I should choose now? num_c, and what is the length was? I know that's a 10 length, so activate. What is the next column? Product. Again what? Characteristic, right click, so create info object. What data type should I go with? So data should m-101 atundante. What is it? Char, and length 5. Okay, done. So what is the next one? Amount. Key figure. Good. Try to analyze this. Now I've got a key figure like amount here. Now tell me. Now when you say this key figure is type amount, okay? When I ask you 1,000 give me 1,000 and rupees, dollars, euros. So whenever I say I have a key figure of type amount, this heading amount confused. Let's say this is gross amount. I have a key figure called gross amount. This key figure is of what? It's a key figure of what type? It is going to hold amount values. Whenever you say amount values, it must be associated with the currency. Whenever I say this is a key figure which hold values, amount, it has to be associated with what? Currency, compulsory. Okay. Now tell me, in this case, did I give something like this? USD and each. So when I give it as amount USD, it means what? All the values are by default in which currency? USD. Right? I have never gave it like this. What I've got? I've got another column which gives me currency of this column. I've got a column which holds my amounts in it, and I've got one more column again which actually explains the currency of that amount key figure. Okay? Clear on this? So when you got to handle this kind, first we'll have to handle this info object, then come to this first. Okay? Because this is associated with this. And this is explaining currency of what? Of gross amount. So first you handle this, then I'll come to this. Okay? Now tell me, let's handle this, then come back to key figure. Now currency what? What type of info bit is this? Unit characteristic bus. So I'm going to hold currencies in it, so unit characteristic bus. Can I create unit characteristic? Change. Time is unit change. I told normal characteristic, key figure, unit is allowed, you can create. Or if you want, you can use existing ones, what is already there. Okay. Okay, scenario chain bus. Okay. So I want to create my unit characteristic bus. But here I only have catalog for what? Char and what? Key figure. Do I have catalog for unit characteristic to create? No. So if you need to create unit characteristic, one option is you have to go to what? Unassigned node. Here you'll have a catalog for units. Symbol unit. So this is not assigned units. Create gel. Right click on this and say what? Create info object. What is that you want? You want like X currency something. Okay, boss? Fine? Okay. Now, simply it will ask you want to hold currencies or unit of, because I told you, whenever you create unit currency, you will have two scenarios. One is to hold currencies or units. In this case, you want to hold what? Currency. So, if you select this, it becomes unit of measures. But I want what? Currency and thinking the activate. That's it. This is about creating this. So, what is this? X currency. Currency. Okay. Okay, was done. So now once that is ready, once this unit characteristic is ready, now I can start creating a key figure which is associated with this bus. Okay, now let me create this key figure. Let's see how do we create a key figure. Can I create my key figure on my catalog bus? Key figure catalog. Now under which catalog will I get in? Key figure catalog, right click, say what? Create info object bus. Say what? Z. Say gross amount. Okay, now done. Now once when you're trying to create a keyword, it'll ask you type of keyword. Do you want this as of type amount, quantity, number, integer, date or time? Which one is it? Now when you say amount, it will hold numbers, boss. When you say number, also it hold numbers. Either quantity or number will both hold numbers with decimals. Then how do you decide whether you want amount or number? Chud boss. If I create a key figure of type amount, then also it will hold numbers with the decimals. If I create key figure with type number, also it will hold number with decimals. Boss. What makes a difference for both?
Because you need to attach currency to it.
Excellent. When I go with amount, it has to be associated with the currency. Boss. Now look at this. Amount anagani vadugutundi. Number anagani ikkada blocked. Now when I say amount, it does ask me what is it? Fixed currency na ante endi? Are the values of all the values of this column are going to be of same currency? Yes or no? If it is same, I can say what? USD and pettage. By default it refers all the values with what? USD. I don't have a fixed column now. What it is? I have a separate column which actually explains currency for this key figure. What is it? For that we planned for X currency rate. X. I don't remember the name. You can say L4. And now I am saying I have this key figure amount which will hold amounts in it, and whenever I say amount, it must be associated with currency. To know currency, please refer to this column. You getting what I am saying? Yeah, that's it. Activate. And then next.
Why did you put INR?
Why it is? I did not put INR. Petla. See, getting. Did I put INR? No. Mundu bettindu kanipichindi ante.
Why did you use INR?
Why? Because each value, all my values are not in INR, boss. This is transaction. There could be some transactions in INR, then it will be INR. If there is a transaction performed in euro, it will be euro, boss. So all the values are of not same currency. Depending on the transaction, the currency would change. So I say amount needs currency, but if you need currency, please refer to the value of this column. So when I create like this, from now wherever my amount goes, your currency column will be following it, boss. Reference. ఎక్కడికైనా అమౌంట్ తీసుకుపోతాను పక్కన కరెన్సీ పడతా ఉంటుంది అన్నట్టు. ఎక్కడి నుంచి పడుతుంది కరెన్సీ వాల్యూ? ఈ కాలంలో నుంచి తీసుకుంటాడు అట్లా. ఓకేనన్నా, అర్థమైంది కదా? అంటే ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఇట్లా ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి ఎక్సెల్లో, నా అసలు కరెన్సీ అనేది పట్టించుకోవద్దు, అన్ని వాల్యూస్ యూఎస్డీని అన్నాడు అనుకో, అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాను? అయితే ఫిక్స్డ్ కరెన్సీ యూఎస్డీని ఇచ్చేస్తాను అంతే. యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు రియల్లీ వరీ అంత. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ క్వాంటిటీ. దిస్ ఇస్ quantity. What? It's a key figure or characteristic bus? Key figure. Now I don't have all the values of same unit bus because he is specified in a separate column which gives me unit of measure, because I might have some product measured in kgs, some might be measured in kilograms, or some might be measured in liters, some might be measured in bags, some might be measured in each piece also. So if I say all the quantities are kgs అన్నాను, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? You will create a key figure quantity with fixed unit as kg. నాకు అట్లా కాదు ఇప్పుడు ఏంది? Because what is the difference between quantity key figure and number key figure? Both will hold decimals only. If I create key figure of type quantity, it will hold number with decimals. If I create key figure of type what number, also it will hold decimals. But what is the difference? When you create key figure of type quantity, it must be associated with some measure. If it's a number, it doesn't have any measure. So now once you decide about measure, it can be fixed measure or reference. Now is this fixed measure here for this? What is the case of fixed measure where all the values or all the transactions will be measured in same measure on kg? Then it is fixed measure, boss. But depending on the transaction, the measures can change. Then it will be what? Unit, boss. Means I need a separate column explaining unit of it. So first let me handle this column, then I'll go back to this, boss. Now what type of info bit is this? Which is holding EAT each piece, bag, liter, kg, etc. So what kind of column is this? For this column, what kind of info bit was? Unit characteristic info bit, right? So because whenever you want to hold currencies or unit of measures, it's all what? Unit characteristics bus. Now can I create unit characteristic bus? Yes, we can create, but can I use the existing ones also?
Yes.
Now this time I don't want to create one, I want to use existing ones. So I will show you ones which is already there. Unit assigned unit. I know this is units, right? There is something 0 unit. ఇట్లా ఎత్తుకుంటూ పోవచ్చు, లేదు సెర్చ్ కొట్టచ్చు అన్న. ఓకే, I know there is something called 0 unit. Look at this. What is this? Unit of measure. Right click, say display. This is created with what type? Unit of measure. Can I use this object first in 0 unit into my instead of creating X unit and బదులు can I use this directly? Yes, వాడుకోవచ్చు. Because it is already in which version? Suppose if you have not yet installed it, would be in which version bus? Delivered, then I could not have, someone already installed it, so I can use this bus because it is already available in which version? Active. Yeah. So I'll use the same. So I don't have to create any info bit for unit. I can still use what? The existing one which is already there, 0 unit bus. Okay. So I have already accommodated. Now I have accommodated a column for this already. Now I can go to this quantity. Okay. Okay, is it a key figure now? Right click, say what? Create info bit. Something quantity sold. Yeah. Say okay, done. Now I'll say what is the type? I'll say quantity. Now say in the fixed unit of measure. What is kg is correct? No, all the values are not of same measure. So I need each value could be of different measures, which is specified in another column, which I plan to accommodate with what? 0 unit. So I'll go to this. I'll say what? 0 unit. So now in this case, I'm using the 0 unit, which is already given by SAP. I have not created my own unit characteristics. So you can do the either way. You can use existing unit characteristics delivered by SAP, or if you want to create your own unit characteristics also. What was it?
Variable unit.
Yeah, variable unit. Differs for each transaction. Done. So all my columns are ready now. So do I have infobix for every column now? Almost planned it. Now I just have to do what? Group those infobix, create my cube. Okay. To create your cube is considered as info provider. You have a cube which is a multi-dimensional object we discussed this other day. See, when you're extracting from source and if you're loading it to cube, what is the target object? Cube. So in this scenario, we'll refer to cube as data target bus. Once it is loaded, we'll be doing reporting on this cube. So cube is providing information for reports, right? In that scenario, we refer cube as info provider. So cube is both data target and info provider. Vocabulary. I call that as data target. While loading, I refer it as target because I'm targeting my data to this cube. And while reporting, I'll call the same object as what? Info provider because I'm using this object for providing data for the queries. Okay. So if you want to create my cube, now go to this what? Info provider menu. You have this info area bus here. You can do this here. I can go to my favorites area also. Anything. See, generally we info provider, or I can go to my favorites block. Okay. Right click on this area and you get option is what? Create info cube. Now when I say create info cube, మళ్ళీ ఒకటే డైలాగ్ బాక్స్ ఓకే పేరు డిస్క్రిప్షన్ లెట్ మీ గో విత్ ఎక్స్ సేల్స్ డెమో సేల్స్ క్యూబ్ and you just say technical of the cube and the description and you specify what type of cube and again cube there will be different types. I told you on the other day we will have different types of cubes but we are concentrating on what? Standard cube for now. I'll say create. Okay, this is a screen where you can start defining your cube. So this is the description of the cube and what is this? Technical name of the cube. If you want, can I change my description? Right click, say what? Change the description. I can do this, but technical name can't be changed. Okay, good. Next, okay, object information. What common? What is this? The object is new because we have not at first time we're creating it, so it is new. Once I activate, it gets into active version. Can I use it if it is in new? No. That's why today you get since inactive, not executed. Since it is not active, I cannot use it. Okay, done, fine. But I'll activate later after defining all the properties. The settings. What is this here? Info cube type. What type of cube is this you're creating? That is what you'll have in settings. Don't worry on this BW index. No. Settings will have the type of cube. Then what? Dimensions and measures. Sorry, key figures. In the key figure folder, you specify what key figures do you want to use in the cube. You format a cube like a table, like a structure, right? What key figures do you want into it? Actually, generally, you could have imagined like you specify all at a time, right? But it is asking key figure separately, characteristics because there is some internal operation. What happens? We'll discuss that later. Still, you don't know that. Right? we just have to specify key figures. What is the key figures you want? Amount and gross amount and quantity was. We'll specify that. Next, what is this folder here? So when it's a cube, it's a multi-dimensional model. You will have dimensions in it. So under dimensions, you will specify what dimensions you want. See, there's already a dimension called what is this? Data package, and there's something called what? Time, and there's something called what? Unit, and then this is what? The custom dimension. So maximum number of dimensions you can have is 16. Maximum you can have 16 dimensions, and out of 16, 3 are fixed. One is data packet, time, and unit is fixed. 13 we can create. Now look at this. So data and under this data packet dimension, you have something like what is this? What is this? That's a technical characteristic. I never specified it. By default, it takes for every cube automatically, and that is what we call them as technical characteristics. We'll see them. Close it out. We're not worried on that. Next word, time. What is the purpose of time? You're building a cube. You're formulating a cube. If you want to use any time characteristics in manipulating cube or in defining cube, specify that under time dimension. Cube create చేస్తున్నావు. Cube create చేసినప్పుడు ఏదైనా టైం క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ వాడాలనుకో, ఆ టైం క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ని టైం డైమెన్షన్ కింద అసైన్ చేయాలి. సో యాజ్ పర్ whenever you want time characteristics in the cube, you must assign them to time dimension. What happens when you assign all this? We'll learn that schema later. Okay, don't worry what is happening in the backend. Full but చూస్తున్నాం అంతే. So then what I'll do? I'll right click on this time. Do you have any time characteristic now to be assigned? Which one? Cal year? Yeah. Now right click on this time. Say what? Info direct input. Which one are you using? 0 cal year. If you don't know the name, what you can do is you can just say search cell. It will show all the time characteristics. You can choose what you want. What is it? Cal year. Okay. So now this is when I expand this dimension. Did I assign cal year to this? Calendar year info bit is assigned to which dimension was? Time. Next, what is this here? Units. So there is nothing is assigned blank. So what do you assign it? When you're building cube, if you are using any of the unit characteristics, those must be assigned to unit dimension. So you decide in a cube structure that you wanted 8 columns. Out of these 8 columns, do we have any unit characteristics to be formulated? One is what? X currency, and there is something called unit, right? You let specify those under what? Unit dimension. And when you are assigning unit dimension, you don't explicitly assign them. When it comes to unit dimension, you don't assign, like how did I assign cal year to time? You don't assign the time units directly. Now when I assign key figures in my cube, if those key figures are using any reference unit characteristics, those will come into cube automatically. So now right click on the key figures and say what? Info direct input. What is the keywords you wanted? Z, A, M, I think GR, I think, right? Star and cell. Z పెట్టాను. Gross amount. Okay? X పెట్టలేదు, దీనికి Z పెట్టినాడు. ఏదైనా ఓకే. Now gross amount. See the definition here. Gross amount is a description. This is a technical name. You go to decimal, length is 15. This is a key figure of type what? Keyword type is what? Amount. Aggregation, it will do sum. Whenever I do reporting, it will do the aggregation of sum. This key figure is associated with which unit characteristic? Z, CURR, ENY. When you have defined this key figure amount with reference unit characteristics X, CURR, ENY. So because this amount is referencing to this, my unit dimension has got this X currency into this automatically. ఎప్పుడైతే నువ్వు కీవర్డ్స్ లాగుతావో ఆ కీవర్డ్స్కి ఏమైనా రెఫరెన్స్ యూనిట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఉంటే అవి యూనిట్ డైమెన్షన్లోకి వస్తుంటాయి. ఓకే, నా లెట్ మీ అసైన్ వన్ మోర్ యూ రైట్. వాట్ ఇస్ అదర్ వన్? ఎక్స్ quantity must specify this. When I specify bring quantity again, this is using what? Does this use another unit characteristic like 0 unit, and that comes into my unit dimension automatically, right? Done was. So we are done with technical characteristics, time are done, unit are done, keywords are done. What else you have not yet used? Assume you are formulating an Excel sheet like that. So we have filled in all the almost 5 columns: unit, currency, time, and then the technical is all done. Next we are pending wages. We have not yet put in what? Sales order number, customer, and product. Those 3 we have to put in those. So for those I can use my normal custom dimensions. I can put sales order number, customer number, product, everything into one dimension. Or I can create 3 different dimensions, assign document number to one dimension, customer to one dimension, product to one dimension, also can be done. But which is better, how should you do? We learn that in schema. But you don't know anything now. Okay. A మూడిటిని ఒకే dimension, I can assign all the 3 to same dimension, or I can assign each of these to different dimensions, or document number to one dimension, customer product to one dimension, or document number customer to one dimension, product to separate dimension, or document number product to one dimension, customer to separate. Any combination I can look at. But which is the best combination, how we should do, we learn when you try to see the back end of the cube. When I create this cube, it actually forms a schema in the back end. Lot of tables are formed. Once you understand that schema, then you will be in a position to decide the dimensions, how many dimensions I should use, which characteristic should be assigned to what dimension, then you will be in a position to understand that. Okay. Now select this dimension, right click, say what? Info direct input. Under this dimension, 4th one, I will assign all the 3. What else you will? Z, SLS, right? Did I put C there? C doc, I think. Yeah. Doc number, okay. So you might ask me, if I create info, should I remember all those names to type in like this? No, not necessarily. So what I can do, I can use my template objects to bring in this. Say you have all your info objects in catalog, right? Just click this catalog symbol. If I select char, it will show me the info objects of that catalog. Whatever I want, I can drag and drop. Product I want, drag and drop to this dimension. Customer, drag and drop this. It will change. Okay, not boss? So now it's like you specified a table with all the columns what you want, year, currency, unit, all the customer, product, document number. Excel had what? 8 columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. You're not actually creating a table, you basically define with UI like this. In the backend it will be creating those tables, you don't have to worry now. Okay. Just activate. Cube is done.
So for unit of measure is showing unit, but for currency is showing currency. Why is not showing unit of currency for currency?
What was it? Where?
Like
Here. The description, because this was my custom object, I created saying list of currencies. That was the description I gave. If you want, you can say currencies, you can change. That's the description, right? So my cube is created, of course. Now, right, once my data content is ready, I have analyzed my source. I need to extract data from source and load into what? Into cube. Answer.
So can we call that as metadata? What
No, it's a definition. You define the metadata, yeah. And the backend it creates those structures.
So we can call
Any information is metadata, that's it. Anything you call metadata. Metadata information about any object. ఈ క్యూబ్ ఉంది, క్యూబ్లో ఏమేమి ఆబ్జెక్ట్లు ఉన్నాయి, దాని పేరు ఏంటి, దాని కథ ఏంటి పెడితే అదంతా మెటడేటా అంటాం అంతే. ఓకేనా? So now my next target is I need to extract data from that file and load into my cube. Okay. So to do this, I'd be using some steps, like I'll be using some components like data source. We'll learn. So before that, I'll be using something called source system. చూడన్న సోర్స్కి సిస్టమ్ గ్యాప్ ఉందా? పదంకి గ్యాప్ ఉంటుంది నార్మల్ ఇంగ్లీష్ అన్నట్టు. వాట్ యూ మీన్ బై సోర్స్ సిస్టమ్? It's an application from where you're extracting. In this case, what is my source system? Flat file, Excel file. Okay. If I cut this space, that's BW naming. Source system, it's specific to BW object name. What does it mean? Source system is actually a connection between your source application and BW. Okay. What is your source application? Excel file. And what is the target? BW. I need to establish a connection between these here.
This is like a water tank.
నాకంత లైక్ తెలుదు. Okay, so how to create the connections? I go to what? Source systems, okay, yeah. Now, I already explained to you in the last class, we'll have different type of connections. Now, what type of connection will we use first? File, data source, already I've got file, lot of stuff. I can still use the same. In the real time, they just create one connection first. They'll create one connection of file, flat file. They use the same connection to extract data from any number of files. మనలాగా ఒకటి చేసుకోవడం అట్లా ఒకటే ఉంటుంది, అంత ప్రాజెక్టులు అందరూ అదే వాడుకోవాల్సిందే. బట్ ఇప్పుడు నీకు చూపిలు కాబట్టి ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాను, అందుకని వరుసగా చేయొద్దండి, 10-20 చేయొద్దు. ఓకే. నౌ డు ఐ క్రియేట్ మై కనెక్షన్ ఫర్ ఫ్లాట్ ఫైల్. రైట్ క్లిక్, సే వాట్, క్రియేట్. ఇట్ లాస్ట్ మీ, యూ వాంట్ క్రియేట్ అ కనెక్షన్ మాన్యువల్, ఆటోమేటిక్, విచ్ వన్ షుడ్ ఐ యూస్ ఫర్ ఫ్లాట్ ఫైల్? file system. Say okay. Now just it gives me some file, YPC file, I'll say. Some description, flat file connection. Actually, when I say okay, what happens internally for SAP environment, it does use something called iDocs for transferring all the data. It will configure those iDocs, TRFC port, all the ports, iDocs, everything are configured for you automatically to load the data into BW. Okay, so just if it goes slow, you can see, observe the message at the bottom. What it says? Generating iDoc basic types and configuring port. Okay, don't worry on that. It's all done internally. Manakem someone. So what I've done, I've just established a connection with my source application and target. So if it is you're extracting from ECC, what you would have done? You would have created a connection between ECC and BW. That is what source system connection is. Okay. When I say create source system, I'm not creating source ECC create. I'm creating, establishing connection between ECC and BW. So the slight vocabulary confusion. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Next, I need to define a data source. So space each raste. What does it mean? What do you mean with English? Data source and source which gives you data. Okay. If I write like this, it is a component of BW. So what does it mean a data source with respect to BW? See, you're extracting from, let's say, ECC bus. Do you extract only one set of data from ECC or different variety of data bus? You will be extracting sales data, you will be extracting finance data, you will be extracting inventory, like lots of stuff you will be extracting, right? Chudubus. If I am extracting sales data, let's say you will have a columns like sales order number, order value, customer, open order value, or document type. You will have this kind of columns. Okay. Suppose from ECC, if I am extracting data for billing, okay, you will have information like billing document number, who is a billing customer, what was the date of billing, what is the billing value, when was this billing document got changed, all are the columns. Suppose if I am extracting information about inventory, stock, material document number, what is the material number, what is stock inflow, what is stock outflow, what is my total stock, in which storage location the plant material is available, what is the plant. You will have those kind of information when you are extracting inventory data. Avuna? Ante concentrate bus. When you are extracting the data from one source, you are getting different variety of data bus. And each variety of data will have different structure or different columns. Avuna kadana? You get that point clear. Now I am going to understand what is data source now. Okay. Data source is an object which defines, concentrate bus, which defines from where I need to extract the data from source. From, let's say in the source, ultimately the data is in some table, right? From which table I should extract. From this table, what all columns I need to extract is defined by data source. Your data source object will define from where I should extract the data. What is my source of data? From where should I extract the data? And from that source, what all columns should I extract? And can I say fields? Because I am referring to what? Source of BW bus. When I say column of BW, I will see info of it. When I say column of source, I would refer it as what? Fields. So data source will tell me from where the data has to be extracted. From that place, what all columns to be extracted, what fields to be extracted from source. Source and refer just what I use the word fields. When I refer same thing in BW, I use the word info of it. So data source will just define from where the data has to be extracted and what fields to be extracted from source. Okay. This set of fields we have, right? We call that as transfer structure. We call that as what? Transfer structure. So can I say now transfer structure will tell you what columns are coming from source, in what sequence are they coming from source. Data source will basically define two things. One is source of data and a transfer structure. Source of data from which table, which program or whatever it is. Okay, that is source. And when we say transfer structure, it is nothing but set of fields. What are coming from source and in what sequence are they coming from source is defined by data source. Arthamainda kaleda ledha malli chepta. Cube is BW specific object, but data source is source specific object. Source lo nunchi ekkadi nunchi extract cheyali అక్కడ నుంచి ఏ ఫీల్డ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి, అవి ఏ సీక్వెన్స్లో వస్తున్నాయి అని చెప్పేది డేటా సోర్స్. ఓకేనా? క్లియర్ బస్? నా లుక్ సి ఒక డేటా నా సి వాట్ యూ క్రియేటింగ్ ఎస్ పర్ డేటా సోర్స్, దెన్ యూల్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ నేను చెప్పిన దానికి దానికి ఏంది అర్థమైంది. నా వాట్ ఎల్ డూ, హౌ డు క్రియేట్, నో లుక్ దిస్. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ పాయింట్ ఇస్ డేటా సోర్స్ ఇస్ స్పెసిఫిక్ టు సోర్స్. అంటే let's say I have one data source which is used from R3. I can have the data source of same name, but if it could be flat file acceptable. So data source is always specific to a source system. అంటే ఈ డేటా సోర్స్ R3కి సంబంధించింది, ఈ డేటా సోర్స్ ఫ్లాట్ ఫైల్కి సంబంధించింది. సో డేటా సోర్స్ ఇస్ ఆల్వేస్ స్పెసిఫిక్ టు సోర్స్. ఓకే, నౌ విచ్ సోర్స్ ఐ యూజింగ్ వాస్ ఫ్లాట్ ఫైల్, రైట్? ఐ గో టు మై వాట్, చూడు ఇక్కడ స్పేస్ లేదు, డేటాకి సోర్స్ స్పేస్ ఉండదు, డేటా సోర్సెస్. Okay, now I'll first I need to choose what you want to create a data source of which connection bus. Drop down flat file, I'll say which one, YPC file. Okay, so you just see this component like this, these all are like folders bus. If you want to create your own component also, I don't worry, I'll just use something which is already there. Okay, chela note pedda kada, right click, say what, create new component, Z Callisto. So I have my component, one component below. Again, so now you right click on this component and say what, create data source. Ante ee dialog box and daniki velipotadu. I would say any name, since it is flat file, you create data source here. But if it is ECC, you log into ECC system, create a data source, then replicate it to BW, then connect that to my queue. Flat file got man ikkade chestunnam. Okay, we'll see that later. So I'll say X sales and I'll say tran ante, because I'm saying X sales is like data source name. I'm using that word tran to indicate whether it is attribute data or text data or hierarchy data. Tran and transaction data, because what I'm referring is what, transaction data. I'll use that naming. Now what does it ask you? Data source type. Now drop down, transaction data, text, attribute, hierarchy, segment. What is that one? You're using this data to extracting what, transaction data. Transaction, clear? By looking at the file, you can know what, whether it is transaction or master data, right? Yes. Okay. Now it takes me to a screen where you can start defining all the properties of the data source. Look at this. It will just ask me description of the data source, medium description, long description. But data source ante I give you two things. It should have source from where the data should be extracted, and also fields what is coming from there, and the sequence in the same sequence. I just define data source description, then go to what, extraction tab. Okay, since it is understood it's a what, flat file, it is asking me load the text file from local workstation. What does it mean? Local workstation means what? In a local system. If it's application server, my file is in my BW server system. Okay, in the real time generally we will be loading it from server. In scenario I'm using client for now. Okay, so I'll say local text file from where, from local workstation. Then what is it asking? And normal what is this? What is the name of the file? It's in my desktop, browse through, and it is not in desktop, it is in some file folder, video sharing, and then I gave sales tran, that was my file. And what did it ask you? Header rows to be ignored. While extracting this data from this, should I ignore the first row? That is not data, that is a header row, right? So I'll say what? One row. Okay, then it asks me what is my data format, whether it is fixed length. I told it actually two type files, fixed length and CSV. Then this is mine is sort of file save as. Now what it's saved as what? It's a CSV file. I'll set that as CSV file. Okay. Now let me just close this file once, and I want to open this file normal and then show you. When it is CSV, if you try to open this, open with Notepad, you will see each field is subject to the comma, కదా అంటే ఒక్కొక్క వాల్యూ కామాతో ఉంటుంది, డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ సిస్టమ్ సెట్టింగ్. సో ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ ఈజ్ యువర్ ఫీల్డ్ సపరేటర్, దెన్ అది అడుగుతుంది. వాట్ ఈజ్ యువర్ డేటా సపరేటర్ బస్, వాట్ ఈజ్ ఇట్, కామా. సెమికాలన్ ఉండకూడదని ఏం లేదు. ఇఫ్ యువర్ సిస్టమ్ సెట్టింగ్ ఇస్ సచ్ వే, రీజనల్ సెట్టింగ్స్ సెమికాలన్ ఉందనుకో, యూ హ్యావ్ సెమికాలన్ దర్. ఓకే, డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ సిస్టమ్ టు సిస్టమ్. సెమికాలన్ ఈజ్ మై ఫీల్డ్ సపరేటర్. దెన్ ఐ గో టు వాట్, ప్రపోజల్. You with in the extraction tab you define the source of data. Source system will tell you flat file, but which file, where it is, all you already specified the source of data. Now what is the next point you should define? Transfer structure, which will tell you what fields and what columns are there. Yeah, Now I can say this is a tab where is the tab. What is tab here? Fields, where you start listing out all the columns. What columns? What columns are coming from source, and in what sequence are they coming from source? If you remember the file I gave you, first column was what? Order number, next was year, next was customer, next was product, amount, currency, quantity, unit. అదే సీక్వెన్స్లో రావాలి బస్. నార్మల్గా ల్యాబ్లో మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే యూ విల్ క్రియేట్ డేటా సోర్స్, కాపీ ద స్ట్రక్చర్, క్రియేట్ యువర్ ఫైల్. అప్పుడు ఏమి నీ అర్థం ఏంది? యూ విల్ నాట్ గెట్ ద యాక్చువల్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్. ఇట్ షుడ్ బి లైక్ వాట్? యూ విల్ బి గివెన్ విత్ ద ఫైల్. Based on the file, you must adjust your transfer structure. So, based on the sequence of the columns in the file, your transfer structure must be adjusted in the field step. Instead of me typing field one by one, what I can do, look at this now. I'll go to proposal, I'll say load example data. Suppose. So, it loads example data, and I said first row is header row, right? Based on the first row, it defines the fields for me automatically. Sales order number, year, customer, product, amount, currency, quantity, unit, what is that? And once it comes in, if you want, you can adjust the data types if required. For example, sales order number it is taking 11. Ekkunna ibbandi ledule. Year it is taking as num integer kaadu. It should be referred as num c ga undali. Customer also it should take it as what? Num c. Actually, customer length enta was actually 10. So I'm atla. You can customize it like this. Getting what I'm saying? Then what product should be char 5 is okay. This amount is currency 12 decimals. This okay. Currency, so for currency it is taking database what currency key is fine, and here it is linking here. It's saying for amount, the currency field is the reference. Linking on the right. See, for amount we have got reference of currency field. This field is linking my amount and quantity quan 5. If you want to put some decimals, if you want you can put that. Okay. And for quantity, what is the reference field was? So I have a field called unit, so it takes unit as reference. Okay, now so it has proposed it automatically. I'm fine. So if you see, does your sequence of positions now column position chudu 1 2 3, does this position match with my file structure? This is transfer structure. So when you say fields tab will give you transfer structure, which will tell you what columns are coming from source, in what sequence are they coming in. Suppose if someone says no boss, if they change my file, ఏం చేయాలి boss? వాడు అనాలా మళ్ళీ మార్చేయని అన్ను వాడు ఎట్లీస్ట్ నువ్వు వాడు తీసుకోవాలంటే నీని బట్టి వాడు తీసుకోడు. సోర్స్ పర్సన్ విల్ గివ్ యూ ఫైల్, బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద ఫైల్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు అడ్జస్ట్ యువర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ స్ట్రక్చర్. అంతేగాని ఇట్ డజంట్ మీన్ దట్ వాడిని చెప్పం మనం. ఓకే, దట్స్ ఇట్, యాక్టివేట్. సో విత్ దిస్ డిడ్ ఐ ప్రూవ్ దట్ డేటా సోర్స్ ఈజ్ అ కాంపోనెంట్ విచ్ విల్ డిఫైన్ source of data and transfer structure. Transfer structure nothing but what columns are coming, in what sequence are they coming. So do you understand the data source component? I thought this was tough for me to explain, so I cleared it. Ante game ledanna bit of you can check the preview. Now go to preview tab. I can see if data is loaded, how the data is going to come in. Now okay, now fine. Here the data should match exactly what you are expecting was. Okay, was done. Now get this data source. But actually this data source is giving me source information, but actually you are supposed to load it to where? To cube. Yeah, now I can go to my favorites block. Okay, cube, right? Select this cube, right click and say this option. What is this here? Display data flow means I can see the complete connection from source to cube. You have the connection. You have cube, you have data source. Okay, and let's see the connection for the data source. Right click on the data source and say display data flow. Data source. As it is, there are two different objects. Cube on the data source. Then there is no connection. So I need to. So data source is telling you what fields are coming. Cube is telling you what Infobit needs. I need to establish a mapping between field in data source versus Infobit in the cube. Ante. I have a data source component. I have the target component now. Cube undochu, ODS undochu, undochu, any target. Okay. Now target will have Infobits. Data source will have fields. Now I need to do mapping between these two objects. One is data source and my target, which is cube. With this mapping, I am going to declare which field in my data source versus which Infobit in my cube. When I am referring the column in my data source, I am using vocabulary as field. When I am referring to column in my target, I am referring to Infobit internal. So with the help of these mappings, I am going to map which field in my data source should be feeding data into which Infobit in my cube. I need to do this mapping. This mapping is done with something called transformations. Okay? So this is what we call them as transformations. So with the help of transformations, we are going to map both these objects, data source and cube. So always transformation is always used to map two objects, source object to target object. Objects could be anything. Let's say if you want to connect two cubes, then also I can use transformations. If I want to map two ODS objects, then also I can use anything. Transformation actually does a mapping between source object and target object. Source object could be data source, target object could be cube. This scenario. Yeah? So how do I do this? Select the cube. Okay. Remember your data source name. What is it? Excel strand. Okay. Now right click on the cube. You get option is what? Create. Create transformation. Create the mapping. Okay. Okay. Ante name untundi. Okay anna. No cube right click kottuna kabatti. Since in the context of the cube, right, it understands the target is cube. But what does it ask you? Okay, it takes the target. See, I told you every transformation will have two objects, source, target. It has taken the target as cube. Why? Because you are creating this transformation from the context of the cube. So it understands cube as a target. Now it asks me what is my source. Okay, I can create it here also. Look at this. You put in data source scale. If I say right click on the data source and say create transformation, what does it say? It understands data source as source. Now it asks me target. Atlanna. Okay. Ultimately, transformation will have two things: source object, target object, mapping. Now right click on the cube and say what? Create transformations. So target is my cube. Since you are right clicking on the cube, right? So it takes in what is this? Data source. What is the name of the data source? Excel Tran, and it is of which source system? I always data source name is always component with source system. So otherwise there is no meaning. Endukante I can have the same data source name coming from two systems also. Okay, by PC file. Okay, so this data source is of this connection flat file. Okay, now it takes me to a screen where I can do mapping. Look at this. What is the symbol was? Data source. Left hand side you see data source fields, and right hand side you see cube info objects. Map cheyalna. In PC chudu. Sales order number to what? Document number. Year to what? Calendar year. Warning, don't worry. Okay. Customer to what? Customer. Product to what? Product. Amount to amount. What when I drag amount, what is happening? Amounted currency both, because in the cube, amount is associated with unit, so both will get into like that. In source the two are different, but in Bidaloo they are associated together. If you want, I can see the details. Rule details to say here you see mapping of amount, here you see mapping of currency also. Both are taken care in that one. We'll discuss on that later. But quantity to be mapped to what? Quantity. Again, unit also mapped to the same. Antenna. Say syntax check. This is transformation score. For example, if the data what is coming from source, you're not okay with it, you want to transform it, I can do that in transformations. Chudu, I map customer to customer kada. Simple. Let's say I had requirement, I want to prefix Z to the customer number. I'm not happy with this. What I can do? Right click on the customer. I'll say what? Row details. I can go writing routines. I can do formula. What not? I can do all those transformations. So I can use my transformations to transform the data on fly when it is loaded to my queue. So depending on the situation. Source, let's say, if I'm happy with the data what is coming from source, I have no issues. I will not. It will be all direct mappings only. But if I'm not happy with the data what is coming from source, I'll be doing what? I'll be transforming the data by using routine, formula, all those stuff in the, so that all the transformations is all handled in transformations itself. Okay, done. Bus. You put it now. Now you see the connection here. Cube, transformation. This data source. Now I can go to my data source and see the link also. Expand data source. What is data flow upwards? It will show upwards. Expand and then transformations. Expand. What is this? Cube. Anywhere you go, you can see the complete link. Okay. Or now you can see graphically also. Right click on the cube and say what? Display data flow. Do I get to see? See, you see source system, data source. What is this? Transformation connected to. I can switch on the technical names like this. Look at the technical names. I can see technical names also. What the flow rate from source? Is it my connection to the queue? Yes. My data flow is formed. I have channeled the flow. Now I need someone who can trigger the loading process. Okay, that's where we use something called info package and DTP. I'll stop it. Otherwise, you will miss it out.